Well, I've lived here all my life, and I'll be 92 next week. So that's how long. and I live just right down the road across from Johnson Park, where the child care place is now. That was where we lived for when I was young, real young. And some of the things that I can tell you about are happened when I was young or a child. We came to church here then, and this was before they had integration, but we still had the people that worked for us lived in houses where we did, and they came to church here. So that's always been at this church integration. And one thing that we did that my family participated in, because we live near, we just had dirt ground out there, that's all it was. So we kept the yard swept with brooms, branches, we kept the yard swept. And in the winter, there was one stove in the church, and our uncle, who was the youngest of the boys in the family, would come every Sunday morning early and make a fire in that stove, and that was our heat. And that's the way the building was heated. The building was just the church auditorium, and it had two little rooms in the front as you came in, one on each side, and that's where the children's Sunday school rooms were. And then everybody else just sat in the church in different groups and had church. For the longest time, we had one pastor a month to come in, and then we got to where we could afford one to come 2 times a month. And then finally we got to a full-time church. Well, we did a lot of church activities. We did GAs and things like that. And every year the church would get a school bus and driver and take everybody in the church to Indian Springs one day with a picnic lunch. And that was an outing for the church. We did go to Grant Park, the church did as a whole. I went to Smyrna School, where Heritage is now, Heritage Hills. That's where I went to school. And then we moved later, and I went to Rockdale. Well, I've lived here all my life, and I enjoy it all. It's just getting used to so many people coming in, and the way things have changed. So that makes a big difference. Well, I've enjoyed living in Rockdale County all my life, and I think it's a good place for people to come to live. They have a lot going on now, much more than it did to start with, and you can get involved in most anything you want to. So it's a good place to live.